Jazz and Beyond,
where the standards are always hot
and the mood's just right.
on 702
And K-Talk.
Jazz and Beyond on 702 and Cape Talk with me, Notemba. 9 o'clock is our destination. I did promise you to have a good ride, a beautiful ride. So keeping your headphones on all the time, because this is what you're going to be hearing. You've just heard a taste of what this extraordinary drummer has come up with, Sphelelo Mazibuko. And you've just had a track called Braque from his album called Faces. Lelo, he calls himself Lelo and the New Age Inc. Quartet, which he's going to tell us what all this is about. Because, yeah, we call him Lelo, but then there's this New Age Inc. Quartet thing. Angas. Yeah. So we into AI land now?
I think we're definitely there already.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
And we have to accept that things are moving quite fast.
True. That's true. And some of us take a while to catch up. But, we will. So welcome to Jazz and Beyond.
Thank you for having me.
This is where you come for jazz, and then, of course,
Exactly.
you have a good time.
The question is, where do you start if you don't start here?
Thank you very much for even giving us the honorable thing of being the first to play the music that comes out of your debut album. Lelo, fantastic drama. As I posted today, everybody's favorite drummer kind of thing. As a session musician, performing live. And if I were to start listing the musicians you've played with, I'd run out of hands and toes and everything, used to measure. But listen, we're grateful, and congratulations on Faces.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Whose Faces?
Faces is, I think it's everyone. It's everyone who listens in. It's everyone who has worked on this music.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think the biggest thing for me and the reflection about this is Faces is pretty much as looking into a mirror and looking at yourself. And also just realizing that you are built off quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And in this case, I'm built off from a lot of genres, from different spaces,
Absolutely.
from different things. Yeah,
delved into gospel, rock, R&B, pop, jazz, tun,
Yeah.
And that first song we played is called Braque. And it's and I was saying to you, I just love the groove on that. Who's Braque, first of all?
Braque, it is Brakaya Mahlangu. I met him 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too long from the time I moved to Joburg in 2014. And for me, it's been such an amazing thing to see someone, or meet someone rather, that you've always admired, always seen on the videos and records and everything. And then finally, I was put on a bandstand with him, with Marcus Wyatt himself, Tandin Tuli, I forgot who was the bass player, and they're like, bring a composition, we're doing a collaboration. And this was the times of the Orbit in Rome. First time meeting him, I'm shocked. I'm like, oh, I didn't know he's going to be there. I met him in rehearsal. What a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
And to cut the long story short, the reason why I wrote this song is totally inspired by just his resilience and the way he bounces back from things that have been so difficult in his life. Fighting all the illnesses in his life.
Yes, he had been
being
ill
through
for a while.
operations.
Absolutely.
And still seeing him bounce in the way he bounces. I always tell him, I was like, we're no cookie.
And that makes you think, what's wrong with me?
Exactly.
If he can do this at his age, who am I to think now my life must end because of one hurdle?
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
And I think the way he still composes, the way he still arranges, everything that we do with him till to date,
Wow.
it's still amazing me that the fact that he's been through all of that and can still bounce in the way he does. And so the composition itself bounces the way he does. The movements, the way...
Is he playing on the saxophone there?
He's not playing on the saxophone, but I remember telling him, just like, I wrote a song for you.
Oh,
he was like,
beautiful.
I'd love to hear it, but I'd love to play on it one day.
And
I
I'm
was
sure
like, definitely, he's going to play on it one day.
Well, let's hope he's listening and he heard it now.
Yes,
and he's got glee on his face, like you had glee playing on the bandstand with him.
Oh yeah, definitely
for the first time.
Definitely.
You know, just before the news, I was telling the story of the trombonist, and I was saying people must listen to their grandmothers because grandmother knows best. Now, you grew up in a family, a musical family, and your grandmother was a musician.
Exactly.
Never mind an appreciator of music.
Yeah.
Did your grandmother tell you some of these things that I'm talking about? Like, did you listen to what your grandmother advised?
Oh, I did. I think the biggest thing that my grandmother had was just the character of loving people. And I think for her, she was always like, love on people because you'll never know who you would need. You know? And it's not just family. It's not just about loving on family because family is not always there.
Yes.
That's the true reality of it. But sometimes when you have so much grace for people, they give back the same grace to you.
Yeah.
And so for me, even when I work, all the work that I've done over the years, I've always gave so much because I know it's going to be given back to me. You know, and so I stand on that principle that she definitely taught us.
And do you find that, you know, with you've actually formed a family with the musicians, especially those you play with on a regular, and maybe those you used on your album?
Yes.
Kind of thing.
I definitely think nowadays we're not just booking just musicians and booking our friends. We're booking brothers and sisters. You know, these are people who have gone beyond just knowing about your music to asking, how are you doing? How's home? How's your kids? How is your wife? You know, and that for me is a greater bond, you know, and it comes through to the music, you know, where someone can really carry you because they know what you're going through and they don't mind being there because they're more than just being booked to be on the side stand or be on the bandstand with you, you know. And for me, even the guys that are booked for this, I mean, there's a lot of musicians I would have loved to play with. Of course, there's also constraints of time, constraints of money, avenues, quite a lot of things. But there's one thing that I know is that even though I've recorded one quartet, there's so many other musicians that I'll still book and play with, you know, who are family to me.
Yeah. We're talking about the fact that you have played all sorts of types of music. And this is reflected in this album.
Yeah.
It's not just a jazz album.
It's not just a jazz album.
So before you explain what exactly, let me play a taste of what else is in this dish that you are serving us. I'm going to play a track called A Day of Remembrance. I am in conversation with Sphelelo Mazibuko, drummer of note, and his debut album is called Faces. This is A Day of Remembrance. What a beauty. A Day of Remembrance. It's the music of Lelo and New Age Inc. Quartet on 702 and Cape Talk on Jazz and Beyond, where you come for the jazz and you stay for a good time. And Sphelelo is here in the studio with me, Mazibuko, if you don't know. And we're sampling his new album called Faces. A Day of Remembrance is this one. Beautiful vocals, a beautiful arrangement of the vocals as well. What is happening here?
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, first of all, the great Mpumi Dlamini.
Of course.
Maybe quickly about this composition. It's a very special composition. And it was written by Dalisu Ndlazi.
I'm waiting for his album.
Who's also one of the producers on this album. And interesting enough, because this is a 2-disc album. The first disc is pretty much produced by Mpumi Dlamini and Dalisu Ndlazi. And then the second disc is produced by Mpumi Dlamini. And in the beginning, I started the process with Bokani Daya. And this, for me, when Dalisu wrote this song, I played with him on one gig. And he's like, hey, man, I wrote this song for my brother who had recently passed away. And I remember last year when I lost my mother from cancer, it was such a dark place, a very tough place to get out of. And I remember thinking to myself, I can't even write a composition at this point. I had a moment of, I don't even know what to say. But I remembered the song that Daliso wrote. And I was just like, I resonate with what he really meant through that composition. And Bumi Dlamini penned down beautiful lyrics on this. And for me, this is almost like a tribute to us. And we share this because Mpumi also lost his dad close to the time I lost my mother. You know, it was just a few weeks apart. And for us, we resonate with this to say that each and every single day, we remember them, you know, even though we can't really explain what they mean to us, but they still remain in our hearts, you know.
Wow.
And this is called Day of Remembrance because we never forget the day we lose them.
Sure.
You know, but we can also choose to remember the great things about them, you know.
And I think a lot of people will resonate with the song because it does touch one there, you know, that place.
Yeah, definitely.
It definitely does. And I see a tweet here of someone quoting you now, saying, I am born of many genres.
Yeah.
So clearly they loved what you said there. And I mean, did you decide that, you know, when I make an album, I'm just going to represent who I am in totality. Yeah. Because we actually all are made of very many different genres. We may have a preference depending on the occasion
Yes,
of the kind of music you want to, say, I like, you can say I like jazz, but you also like classical music.
Yes.
Or you like your house or even your piano or whatever.
Yes.
Everything has its own place and occasion. So because it's a, like you say, a two-ringed album, did you want it to encompass all of that about you?
I think I had a lot of debates in my brain. It's very hard when you're putting up music, especially for artists. We spend so much time thinking about how best can we represent ourselves through our music.
Especially for the first time.
Yeah. Because it's something else being on collaboration projects where there's always been elements that you give off in there. But it's never so clear what is he really made up of. And I think my biggest thing with this one, at some point I was like, okay, Mpumi, maybe we'll release them as like two separate albums. And then at some point I came here, I was like, bro, I have a crazy idea. Let's just put this on one album.
Alice.
2 CDs and let's go. Nothing else. We're not holding back. We're going all the way. We'll print vinyl. We do everything. Just go all the way and just give off everything that we want to give off. It's important.
So what should they expect?
I would say,
who is Lelo in this music?
I think expect to be in the space of being blown away, like really being blown away by the level of creativity, first of all, by the people that are in this album, and also seeing sides that you have never seen of me. Just the fact that with another song, I wrote it and people don't know that I penciled the lyrics from it. It's just I asked a different singer who I felt like they would best sing this song, But people don't know that about me. It's like, oh, yeah, actually, right? Oh,
what else don't we know about you, Lelo?
Another thing is,
besides seeing you on the bandstand as this fabulous drama with all these musicians of different musical styles.
I produce.
Yes,
I put music. I'm a fanatic of sound design. I did a bit of video editing. Even over COVID, I was busy with clients and delivering products.
Wow.
So I've always been a person who loves to learn things quite quickly. And another thing that people never really recognize is the fact that I am a sound engineer. And my peers
see?
actually know even at gigs that
Yeah.
now and again
You're
save
the
day.
guy who's going to save the day when whatever technical, sound guy
When it
has
goes
been
sideways.
given to you doesn't know what they are doing.
Exactly.
kind of
So for
situation.
me, it's like I love the idea of giving everything that I have in my pocket,
Fantastic.
and just bring it to the table so that you see the totality of myself.
You forgot to add a fashionista.
Oh yeah, I love clothes. I love fashion. I love looking
know.
great.
I was talking to you backstage. Was it Cape Town Jazz? And you were dressed in those stylish. I'm like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
Lelo, just tell me who the hell dresses you? Because every time you got this,
I'd love to give a shout out actually to the person currently dressing.
Do.
It's amazing. A beautiful designer by the name of Zolani, and his label is called Derwin Palette, and it's not Pellet. Pele. Yours says it's like it's a silent T, but totally amazing. And I got him through Daliso. Interesting enough, at some point we share designers, but such an amazing human being and amazing way of like putting clothing on artists. He's dressed
lovely.
people like KO before, and for me, I just felt like we resonate with each other in terms of brand. And lately we've just been like collaborating so much, and there's so much coming up again with him.
Well, we're glad you're doing local.
Yeah.
And I've got a message here from Stembele who says your guest embodies Tony Allen and Ginger Baker. The autopside or autops, I don't know or dramas with a touch of bonobo. I don't know.
Whoa.
I'm getting that double album. Bless up, my brother, my king. Peace, love, and light always. That's
Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Ngoveni.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Loves. Talking about that, let's play Away From Home. We'll talk about it in a minute. Jazz and Beyond. We're sampling the album Cold Faces from Sphelelo Mazibuko. By the way, why did you decide to call the New Age Inc. Quartet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So for me, so that name came through during COVID. People don't know that we've been working on this album from 2019. 2020, before we knew we were going to be on lockdown, I went into studio with a set of musicians and we started recording. I was like, we're doing this. Let's get this started. We're going to release it like now. You know what I mean? And then life changed.
Of course.
But New Age for me embodies the change in musicianship. Just the way we have grown in encompassing all these different parts of music within anything that we record. The guys who I've spent time playing with over the years and also who I recorded with, they have been in so many different spaces of different genres, and we share almost a very sentimental and particular thing about appreciating the different parts of music in every side, from classic, from anything that we have played in. And for me, are just people who embody the NewAge. And we wanted to call it the New Age Inc. You know, instead of writing ink where you are writing in with the pen, but now, you know, almost like we are creating something quite new, you know, just saying to the world, it's okay, you know, to put everything you want to record. And this album, I recorded what I wanted to record. It's not about genre, not about style or anything. But for me, it's about what makes you feel good.
Yes.
Everything that we share, I put it down on the album.
Fantastic. The song we just played is called Away From Home.
Yes.
I guess it is away from it's a song because you travel a lot.
Yeah.
And you miss your wife and your kids, you know?
A lot. Especially when you're traveling for weeks.
I know. So is my assumption correct that
Yes.
it refers to that?
Definitely. Yeah. At this time, I think we were in Berlin with Bokani Daya with the trio, and this melody kept ringing my head. And I remember it was one of those, you know, when you've been on tour and then there's like, almost like, you know, that last day when you're like, I got the last show. I just want to go home, you know, and those moments. But for me, it was more a reflection of what it means to be away from home. Just the fact that we go on this trip of trying to gain wealth and experience and bring back all that knowledge back with us. So we're not working for ourselves, we're working for our families, and we are doing so much sacrificing by getting on a flight. You don't know if the flight is going to crash. You don't know what's going to happen. But it's the bigger idea of when I'm out there, I'm not just there for myself, but I'm there representing a lot of people. I'm carrying a lot of people with me. And for me, this song came with that stillness and calmness of even when I'm away from home, I know there's a lot of people rooting for me, a lot of people who are saying, we are happy you're doing that great. My mother used to always comment on my things. My wife used to say, your mother is your biggest fan. Because anything I'll post up and she says, oh, we are so proud of you. Have an amazing show. Oh, we're looking forward to seeing, enjoy Europe. And for me, it's like every time I think about that, I was like, I miss that. About the times where I would post something and then she'll be the first one on my Facebook.
Wow, she's probably got you on what do you call it when you every time someone posts something, it appears.
The notification is right there. It just pops through. You know. And so for me, away from home was exactly that. Just knowing that I'm out there away from home, but I'm doing amazing work and I'm doing work that is going to outlive me, and that's the whole purpose.
Who are the musicians?
Musicians on specifically even just the song Daliso Ndlazi on the double bass.
Okay.
Zibusiso Makatini on piano. Beautiful pianist.
Yes,
very
he's
young.
great.
Amazing. And we're really trying to get him in on a lot of things right now. But he's so amazing. Even his music. I got the most amazing saxophonist, I think. For me, over the years, we've worked with him and played with him. Sisonke Konti.
Okay.
He was my Nobanga Tuan. I need him on this album. You know what I mean? And he's definitely doing an amazing job in the whole of the album. His heart, just his approach and everything. Daliso Ndlazi played beautiful solo on that song.
Yeah.
And those are the guys.
And and I think we faded it as his solo was coming on.
Yeah.
and of course it's not nice to do it, but we're sampling here.
Yes.
So they must wait for the album.
Exactly.
Actually. I got Lyndon Bailey on X or Twitter says, that's my homie right there.
Oh yeah,
He says it was great to be part of the audience during the album preview at Untitled Basement in September last year, patiently waiting for its release. Oh yes, you did a tour, by the way.
Yeah.
You
got a tour coming up.
Yeah. Tammy Kandruli says, hey, Notemba and Sphelelo, I'm loving the music. Can't wait for this offering. From what I'm hearing, I'm excited. All the best. And I've got Dr. Philmon Wahuma, who says that, I'll tell you now, because this jumped. Thanks for a fiery yet soothing opening to the show. And says, Lelo, your work is beautiful and reflectively profound. It does blow away. It takes one into new and unknown meditative spaces. Oh, Dr. Philge, uyathanda ukukhuluma isingisi. He loves to express himself. He's out in midstream. And thank you for the comments. When is the album available, first of all?
Okay, so we are working day and night. When I mean day and night, I sometimes send stuff to Pumidla. I'm like, bro, let's do that change. And I swear this is the last change. and that's it, And our push right now is definitely end of May. And I did it on purpose. And
what's the strategy?
The strategy for me is let it simmer. we still have time to do the tour in March for some previews. People get to hear us playing it live. Of course, how we playing it live is also not the full experience of what we recorded.
Of course.
Because just hint, on this track, there's actually a beautiful vocalist who is on this track featured. And people didn't get to hear that on this. And now you're hearing one without the actual final. It's not the final version. It's already there. Mix and match. It's ready. But of course, we are sampling.
We're sampling today. We're not playing the whole thing.
We're not playing the whole thing. And for us, dropping it in May for me was quite sentimental because that is also a time that someone is being added to the family. A little one who's being added to the family, a baby girl who's being added to the family.
Is that the due date?
Let's
not
around the time.
Around that. So were you talking about the track called Let Love, which I'm
Yes.
going to play? Okay, I'm going to play it. But before I play it, I've got a few quick questions for you. Don't think too much. Whatever pops into your mind.
Just answer. Quick quiz.
Why drums?
Why drums? Because they are the most amazing instruments in the world.
Okay. What do you like most about playing?
About play, I think for me, it's therapy. being able to open up yourself to give up the most amazing energy to people who really need it.
Are you a religious person?
Yes, I am.
Deep down.
And I think I'm more of finding yourself and knowing that God has brought you for a purpose.
Okay. So since you have a designer or I don't know what you call it, a stylist or whatever.
Stylist. Yeah, he's a stylist.
How long do you plan for what you're going to wear? Is it days? Is it hours? Is it, or is it laid out for the month?
Sometimes it's months.
Wow. Okay. I think you've talked about traveling. I was going to ask you, how you handle traveling and being away from home, but I think you've mentioned that one. Who mentored you or trained you?
Ooh, it's a tough one to answer. My goodness. I think when I started drums, the instrument itself, biggest mentor, Bruce Baker, who was also my lecturer at University of KwaZulu-Natal. Amazing drummer, amazing teacher. And for me, I've always given so much difficult questions about how to get ahead, Yeah. And he's been most amazing person to share anything I go through. I still nowadays call him and ask him hey man, thinking about this, something. And he says, what can I teach you at this time? You're such an amazing drummer. And for me, it's just I'm just he's being modest. But yeah, I would definitely say him. But I think also my dad, I'd say he mentored me even when he wasn't aware he's mentoring me.
Okay.
Just in certain things of how to run business, also his resilience with doing particular things and just saying, I want to push for this, I'll do it. And I think I got that from him. Yeah.
If you were to swap places with a famous person, who would it be?
Swap places with a famous person? Billy Kilson.
Okay, why?
I think the fact that he has recorded all this amount of music, worked with everyone from Sting to Chris Botti to whoever that you can really think about, and just being with so many endorsements in terms of gear and also just consistency. For me, that is something about him. His swag, his just the way he comes through everywhere.
All right.
I think I'd love to do that for a couple of years.
Yeah, and be rich too,
Exactly. That's what people don't know.
Last question.
Yeah.
What do people miss or not understand about jazz? What do they need to know about jazz?
What people need to know about jazz, that it's not stuck in one era. It's ongoing, evolving. And a lot of listeners tend to just get stuck from one place. And they'll say, this is jazz, And then you get to miss the fact that jazz is ongoing. If we say it's improvised music, improvising changes all the time.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we are no longer the same people. And so I think it's a big misunderstanding that when things are changing and things are developing, then we think we've lost jazz. Some people say jazz is dead. Some people are like, jazz is dead. And sometimes I agree with them. It's dead from the point of we're still stuck from what we first heard. And it's alive from a place where we are moving on to greater things with it. The sound is evolving.
Listen, jazz lives.
Exactly.
It'll never die.
It'll never die.
It just changes its form. It is Jazz and Beyond. It's Lelo and his new album called Faces. It'll be out, he says, possibly in May.
Yes, in May.
Here's a track we're going to thank him with called Let Love from that album. Thank you, Lelo. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much
And
for having me.
keep styling, both musically and otherwise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and we appreciate this time.
We love having you here.